That's a bed. You never had one. Are you making biscuits on the bed?
In life, small acts of kindness can create the most beautiful stories. This is the story of Kris Northrup and a stray cat named Rufus, whose lives changed forever when they met by chance. 2 weeks ago, Kris went on a short family vacation, looking forward to relaxing. But as soon as she arrived at her rental, her plans changed. A thin, scruffy cat ran up to her car, desperate for help. Rufus, as the cat was later named, was in terrible shape. He was skinny, his fur was matted, and his mouth looked very painful. Kris, who had experience rescuing cats, knew she couldn't ignore him. "He ran straight to our car," Kris said. "I couldn't believe how bad he looked. I had to do something." She asked the property owner about the cat and learned that Rufus had been living in the area for years. Neighbors fed him, but he had no real home. One neighbor, Kendra, had been looking out for Rufus as best she could. Kendra showed Kris an old photo of Rufus when he was healthy. Seeing how much he had suffered, Kris made up her mind to help him. That day, Kris spent time with Rufus. She gave him food, which he ate quickly, and let him rest nearby. Although he was cautious, Rufus seemed to trust her. The next morning, when it was time to leave, Rufus made the choice easy. He followed Kris to her car, jumped into her lap, and stayed there for the ride home. Once home, Kris took Rufus to the vet. They found out he was about 14 years old and had many health problems, including a heart murmur, kidney disease, and anemia. Despite this, Kris promised to give him the best care and love for the rest of his life. Rufus soon began to enjoy things he'd never had before. He got regular meals and even his first soft bed. At first, Rufus didn't know what to do with the bed. But after a while, he started kneading it with his paws and finally lay down, looking so happy and comfortable. Kris shared Rufus's story online, hoping to find him a forever home. It wasn't long before Emily Luft and her fiancé saw his picture and knew they wanted to help. Emily had cared for an older cat before and was ready to give Rufus a loving home where he could feel safe and happy. Soon, they adopted Rufus and made him part of their family. Although Kris was sad to say goodbye, she was happy knowing Rufus would spend the rest of his days surrounded by love. What started as a chance meeting turned into a second chance at life for Rufus. After years of struggling, he finally found what he had always deserved, a home filled with warmth, care, and love.